Today we've decided to come down to the beach to pick up some seaweed for the allotment. I've wanted to do this for a long time, but it never really seemed worth it just for the garden. But now we've got the allotment, we've made the effort, and we just live 5 minutes from the beach. And we're just going to go along now, pick some up that's been washed up off the shore. Apparently you are not allowed to pick it off the rocks because it's still alive and attached there, and you're only allowed to pick it off the shore where it's become detached, it's actually dead. So that's what we're going to do now. Well, it's a few days later. We've had some really stormy weather, so we couldn't get anything done. This is 2 lots of seaweed. We've been back a couple of times to get some. I've rinsed some of it, and the rest it was sitting out in the rain, just to get the residue of any salt that's on it that you obviously don't want on your land. The reason we're putting the seaweed on is it's a really good broad spectrum fertilizer.
With trace minerals.
You better just cut there.
That's alright, just keep going.
No, you can't have
It's
that.
alright, it's just a bit of fun, and they'll have a laugh at it.
With trace minerals and hormones,
Yes.
which stimulate plant growth. And it's also low in cellulose, so that it breaks down easily.
Yes.
So that's the science bit. Basically, I'm going to fling it on my potato patches, and it's hopefully going to give us a fabulous bunch of potatoes in a few months' time. What we're going to try and do now is chop it up a bit to get it started breaking down, and then I'm going to put it on. See, Steph hasn't, Mr. Aeroplane. I'm going to put it on my potato patches and dig it through a little bit. I would have liked to get it on a bit sooner, so it was completely broken down by the time you see potatoes go in, but I haven't, and I'm sure it'll all be fine. So here we go.
Are you going to try that? It's difficult. See?
Oh.
What I found that you've got to do is separate it. Hang on. Stop. This is a comedy one, this one. Right, look. Separate it, and you can chop the separated bits a bit easier.
I saw someone doing this on YouTube. It looked easy. Blooming YouTube.
Can you try? I think part of the problem is that these are blunt.
So we'll get that out.
a little bit, yeah. It's hard work, you know. See, if we separate that out, stinks actually. Stop, don't put my hands off. Stones in it as well. Just get the potatoes off. Pheasant's full, isn't it?
I think it's going to be easier just to pull this apart with my hands.
I reckon so, yeah.
That's what I'm going to do. I'm going to get my gloves and do that.
I think that's the best way. Still you can see now. Yeah, I think that's the best way, really. Shears it open. I sharpened them just recently as well.
One thing you can do, which I do quite fancy doing later on in the year, is when you have to earth up your potatoes, you can use seaweed to do that. So I might give that a try if I can go and get the seaweed again. It is quite heavy to collect.
It might attract flies, like if you get too much flies lying around seaweed in the beach, you get
in the summer,
maggots and flies and stuff in it, you know. So I don't know if that would work really.
Yeah.
Look at that, stone stuff to that. Nice stone as well. It stinks already, mind.
I can't smell a fish.
Minging.
So I think you should just go and dig that in.
Right, okay.
Remember there's rhubarb at the far end and not to dig in there.
Okay. Stinky.
Oh, see, that smells all the time. It doesn't sound good. It doesn't smell actually.
Stench all that one. Tends to get caught in the fork. Like if you turn the soil over, the stuff tends to stuck in the end of the fork. It just ends up, see like that? It just ends up back on the surface.
So we've got this beautiful purple sprouting broccoli, which I'm so pleased with. February, I just never expected this to be harvesting vegetables like at the back end of the winter. So anyway, I'm going to cut some of this and take it home for tea. It looks so nice. Not sure.
It's pretty spectacular looking, isn't it? Yeah, when you look at it closely. Because it was little sprouts just a month ago. Excellent.
I'll leave those on, they might grow a bit more.
Yeah.
I'm not exactly sure will these little florets continue to grow, but I'll leave them in and we'll see.
You can show them if you want. Excellent. Just focus on them. Yeah. Spectacular.
For the tea.
I think that's enough.
I think we'll get a couple of barrow loads because it's looking lovely. It's starting to really rot down. We managed to get our hands on some manure, which I was really pleased with. Things that you never think you would be delighted about. I've been so happy to get poo.
Pile it down.
Anyway, so there we go. We got that. We've just popped it into one of the compost bins for now because it just seems like quite fresh manure. There isn't an awful lot of straw in it, so we're going to put this is mulch that's just been sitting in a pile outside the allotments for a while. That's starting to really rot down beautifully, so I'm going to mix that in with the manure, and that'll give us a good carbon nitrogen mix, and after a while that'll be ready to go on the gardens. I think they say it takes a year, but I doubt we'll keep it that long.
What's that? Can expect spectacular. This stuff.
So we've basically found it harder than we thought to chop up the seaweed. Maybe it needs to be dried out or something. Either way, we've just put it on these two borders, which are the potato borders. And we've tried to just dig it in as best we can. It's going to be probably another 6 weeks before the potatoes go in, so it should be starting to rot down by then, and before we put the potatoes in, we'll rake our beds all nice and flat, and hopefully they'll all be full of all kinds of lovely tasty goodies for the potatoes to eat and grow lovely and big.
Potatoes to eat.
The sweet potatoes to eat. That's what they do.
Okay.